was there anything from Syria that you wanted to hold on to?
The food.
Now, I don't know if he was just saying that because he knew this was going to be a food documentary, but I'm very glad that he held on to his love for Arab or Syrian food. Hi, welcome to From One Mahshi to Another, aka my deep dive into the intricacies of Syrian dishes and the story of migration. My parents immigrated to America in the 90s and brought back with them important traditions, cultural practices, and eating habits that have stuck with me since early childhood. My mother's the cook in the house, but my father, as you saw in the opening clip, is obsessed with food, especially from Syria and other Arab countries. One of our favorite dishes that my mom makes is a dish called HI343. Loosely translated, it means the most notable of stuffed dishes. To us, it is stuffed eggplant with a special yogurt sauce. My mother also makes another type of stuffed eggplant in a tomato sauce, but HI343 is near and dear to our hearts, considering the fact that it is so different in nature. My mother's recipe was passed down to her by her aunt, who taught her how to cook when she moved to America as a young newlywed. This recipe is popular in Syria, but it is made slightly differently across villages and also other Middle Eastern countries. For instance, Amira from Amira's Pantry does it slightly differently. According to her blog post, she simply boils the zucchini for it to expand, then stuffs it. Whereas my mother boils the zucchini, then deep fries it, then stuffs it with a ground beef mixture. I think deep frying makes it a little bit tastier, but that's just my opinion.
Here's a photo of the notebook my mom used to write down all the recipes her aunt taught her. This notebook looks like it is deteriorating because it's pretty old, but my mom memorized every staple dish we typically eat. Outlined in Arabic are the ingredients and some steps to make HI343, which I will show you now. First, she prepares the zucchini by cutting the stems and removing their core with some weird tool I don't know the name of. Then she boils the zucchini until they're cooked and expanded, and then she deep fries them until they look wrinkly like this. She then prepares the stuffing with ground beef, a lot of seasoning, and parsley. And look at how cute she is showing all the seasoning for you guys. Next, she hand stuffs every pouch-like zucchini that doesn't have a hole through it. And then she makes the yogurt sauce, and the yogurt is handmade by her, and she mixes it with garlic for extra flavor. And here's the end result.
And that is how my mother breathes life into the kitchen and also maintains our cultural heritage.
More specifically, food means a lot to us, and it brings us together in ways I'm really grateful for. In our culture, it is custom to host for family and friends, and here's a picture of a Thanksgiving dinner with an Arab twist from 2 years ago. As you can see, the host prepared a myriad of dishes, and that is totally customary. In the next segment, my dad will describe his migration to America, what foods he loves the most, and how much preparation it truly requires.
1990.
I moved to America when I was 27-year-old. I was in 1990, yeah, that's right.
And what was it like for you to transition from a country so different?
It was not easy. The only word I could say is not easy, but I have to struggle to learn the language. And the language, I learned the language mostly from Jay Leno and David Letterman. They both retired now.
So you're old.
Yes, yeah, but I'm old.
What were your favorite types of food in Syria?
Oh, anything that has involved hard work, like mahshi, sheikh al-mahshi, tabbouleh, kibbeh. Syrian food is hard to prepare. It's like a full-time job.
My dad touches on something so important just then, that Syrian food, like most delicious foods and dishes, requires a lot of hard work and preparation. This is a photo of Majid Abdulrahman, a Syrian refugee chef that donated his time during Ramadan to cook for 150 people. During the month of Ramadan, Muslims all over the world fast from dawn to dusk, and people like Majid donate their time and energy to feeding the mosque goers. Here, he's making a dish with roasted eggplant and a tomato sauce for other Muslims that are fasting just like him. I want to emphasize that every dish is made with love and care, and it's especially notable that he is so generous with his time. This is a perfect example of customary actions and traditions that came along with our culture. I want to thank you for watching, and see you next time.